Hello. Italy and the Balkans have been hit by some very wet and windy weather in the last 24 hours. The area of low pressure responsible is now pulling away eastwards, but it's been very windy across the northwest of Europe through the last few days. A big area of low pressure here with smaller low centres running around inside it. And that big area of low pressure will start to throw its influence further down into the centre of Europe in the next few days. So for Italy and the Balkans, only a short respite from wet and windy conditions. It's looking pretty stormy for Crete and for southern Turkey on Sunday. Some punchy showers around here. Still windy generally across the Med, perhaps a little bit of rainfall in terms of showers for Sardinia and across Corsica. Drier for southern Spain and Portugal, but windy generally around the Bay of Biscay, so some choppy seas to the north of Spain and to the west of France. And then that low starts to push down across the Alps on Monday, some heavier falls of snow. It's also looking somewhat more wintry across parts of Eastern Europe and very wet and windy, particularly around the Aegean. For Western Europe, briefly milder, however, as that area of low pressure takes hold, but we will see high pressure returning through the week ahead, and that will see a northerly airstream returning and things becoming chillier again. Hello, some very stormy weather on the way for the US in the next 48 hours. An area of low pressure deepening across the plains will bring some potentially very heavy late season snow into Colorado and Wyoming. Big difference in temperatures to the north and south of this weather system. That really enables them to develop quite explosively. Good pull of moisture up from the Gulf of Mexico. And then there's the threat of some very heavy rain pushing across towards the Ozarks Saturday into Sunday. Thunderstorms, maybe even at the risk of some tornadoes as that system continues to work its way eastwards Sunday into Monday. Look towards the west coast, much quieter. Vancouver, some sunshine on Saturday, perhaps some more stubborn cloud and fog working in to the west coast of the US, but generally a lot of fine weather here. Contrast that to what we will see across the plains in the next 48 hours. The wintry weather pulling away from Colorado quite quickly as this whole weather system starts to shift its way eastwards Sunday into Monday. Northeast of the US and eastern Canada with a chilly northeasterly wind on Saturday, but looking fine here. Still looking fine for much of the east coast as we head further south, but this system will produce some very wet and stormy weather right the way into the deep south as we look to the beginning of the new week. Hello. South and Central America are our destinations for this world weather catch-up. Let's start by heading in on our satellite picture. Largely clear skies across the southern half of the South American continent on this image, but we will continue to see frontal systems just clipping in to southern Argentina and Chile in the days ahead, bringing some spells of strong winds here and some wetter weather. However, the really heavy rain will be further north, and particularly at the moment we're flagging up parts of Ecuador, northern Peru and western Brazil for seeing some of the most intense downpours in the next 3 or 4 days. And in that time, 4 inches of rain, 100 millimetres possible in some spots, enough to give localised flooding. You'll catch there just the tail end of a weather front bringing some showers into Brazil on Saturday as well. A lot of sunshine on the map of Patagonia. Rio will also see more in the way of fine weather once that system pulls away from Sunday onwards. For Iquitos though and Quito, the wet weather sticking around in the short term at least. A drier picture for much of Central America. Some showers possible though again for Panama and the odd heavier downpour likely here. 1 or 2 showers also possible for Jamaica on Saturday. But across the Caribbean, a fairly quiet story in the days ahead. We should see plenty of sunshine for Havana and for Kingston. Hello, it's the turn of Africa and the Middle East for our world weather catch-up. As we head in on the satellite picture, you can see a weather front just approaching South Africa there. That's likely to trigger some showers across the country through the second part of the weekend. Some heavier showers adjacent to the Gulf of Guinea on Sunday. To the north of the country, we will also see the tail end of a frontal system working its way to the north of the Sahara, pushing into the eastern end of the Mediterranean. Not really much in the way of unsettled weather getting into Libya, perhaps some coastal showers to the north, but what we will tend to see is that frontal system pulling some warmer air quite a long way north. So for areas to the far northeast of Africa, temperatures are set to sit above the seasonal high for a couple of days. Perhaps Cairo, not the most marked spot too far north, but we will notice that warmer air working its way eastwards across Egypt and then eventually into the Middle East as this whole system pulls its way across through the early part of the new week. Pretty quiet story across the Middle East and around the Gulf on Sunday. Tiny bit of a shamal setting up, but nothing particularly strong. So not anticipating too much in the way of movement of dust and sand. A little bit of cloud around to the north around the Caspian Sea. Here's that jump in temperatures though, as we see that warmer air coming in from the south or southwest up to 30 in Baghdad on Tuesday. Hello. As you'd expect at this time of year, the weather picture is a pretty quiet one across India. You can see that by the clear skies on our satellite picture, but it's not clear everywhere. There are some showers to the south running out of the Bay of Bengal towards the Arabian Sea and two marked areas of cloud to the northwestern disturbances that will bring further showers into the far north and northeast of India in the days ahead. For Sunday, it's squally winds and some thunderstorms that we're concerned about for the likes of Assam and Meghalaya, and they'll extend further eastwards then into northern Bangladesh. This system will bring some heavy snowfall into Uzbekistan and parts of Turkmenistan on Sunday, grazing also into northern Afghanistan. I think it'll be rain that we see though to the north of Pakistan, apart from across obviously the mountains of the Hindu Kush. But for Islamabad, slightly cooler as that system digs in, but to the south of it, pulling some warmer air into northernmost India, northwestern India, temperatures a couple of degrees above average for the next couple of days. So here is our outlook. You can see how that system will continue to linger with some cloud for Tashkent on into Monday, even though the skies generally will be clearing. It takes until Wednesday for us to see some sunshine, and then we really do get some warmth returning. For Sri Lanka, though, an increasing threat, I think, of some showers in the days ahead. Hello. The weather picture is very wet across the Philippines at the moment, particularly for eastern exposures, with showers getting fed in on the monsoon winds and some big clusters of showers sitting across the southern half of the country. More rain to come here with the continued possibility of flooding for Sunday. For Japan, the picture through the weekend, though, is gradually improving. Still quite a deep area of low pressure affecting northern parts of Honshu and much of Hokkaido with strong winds and some heavy rain on Sunday, but it is gradually pulling away eastwards as an area of high pressure extends across from China. A lot of sunshine generally, though, for Vietnam, Cambodia and Laos on Sunday. As that area of high pressure pushes in to Japan from China, we will see things becoming much clearer for the start of the new week, but also warmer for a time as well. For Australia, a marked weather front moving its way from south to north will cause some quite dramatic weather, I think, through the east coast Sunday, even on into the new week in terms of heavy showers and perhaps thunderstorms, some localised flooding for parts of northern New South Wales, southern Queensland, much cooler air coming into the south of the front as well. New Zealand is ahead of the front on Sunday and should see a lot of fine, sunny and warm weather. But you can see there for Queenstown, the picture changes quite dramatically into Monday and Tuesday.